What's good, guys? So, yeah, I'm still about 45 minutes. I've got about 45 minutes until my next meeting. And I felt so bad about the quality of the last video and the framing that I thought I would try to fix it up here. So I set up my tripod again. I'm not going to put all this plastic bullshit back on there. Yeah, the plastic just sits here on the table, and that's fine. We're going to pretend that this slides out, and a very solid books box here. This is really sturdy packaging. I like the packaging a lot. Big fan. I mentioned that we could talk about the pen a little bit more. There we go. I dropped it earlier as I was walking down my hall, and then about 45 minutes later, this cap fell off, and it looks like, I was not aware of this until I discovered it, looks like there's a nice little storage capacity from some extra nibs there. The pen is very strong. There's a very strong magnet in here. The magnet function works very well. Seems like there may be a magnet in the pen as well as in the device itself. So we open it up and we're going to see that. We'll pretend that I pulled the cover out of this box. Whoop! Ooh, yeah, very nice. So here we have the cover that I mentioned in the last video. This down here, I thought in the videos that I had seen, I thought that this would be cloth, but this is not cloth. It's also a rubberized plastic, very similar to this up here, but with a different texture. The Boox logo is down here in orange, raised, embossed. Feels like more rubber. I was pretty surprised at how strong the magnets are in the case. Found that pretty cool. So yeah, there we have the warranty card is in here, and then our pen and USB. It's a USB-B to USB-C cable. I forgot to mention that earlier. So yeah, I'm just going to toss the packaging out of here, out of the way, and we'll pretend that we just unboxed this in a reasonable manner instead of this morning. So yeah, it's a really beautiful device. I've had a chance to do some writing, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's a sort of texture to the screen protector. I've heard a lot of people don't like the screen protector, but to me it feels a lot more comfortable and offers more friction than just writing on glass. I have another tablet with a glass front, no screen protector, and that one, I don't like the feel of writing on it at all. So I'm not a big fan of writing on glass. I was really hoping for a Note 3, but I decided for an extra $100 I might as well get the 5. As for this case, when you kind of open it all the way up like this, the magnets are so strong that I find it a little bit difficult to get apart. You have to kind of get your fingernail in there. So yeah, there's that. That's not a complaint at all, because of the strength of the magnet. I mean, let's see if I can open it here. You can see that the device just it sits very nicely in the case. So it comes out easily, but it's also, it feels pretty secure there. So you know, maybe I'm crazy for being willing to just let it hang there on the magnets, but I felt pretty comfortable with that. Yeah, I don't know what else I could show you guys. I've got a PDF here, the user guide, and the controls that I've found are pretty cool. I mean, I'll just go into an eraser here, and it's set to stroke eraser, so it erases the whole stroke. It looks like there's another lasso. I haven't had a chance to really play around with any of these functions, so like I mentioned in the description of the last video, it's kind of a learning curve, I think. getting used to it, but some of the functions are very intuitive. I've used Kindle had my first Kindle since 2009, I think. So here we have the little pop-up menu. What do they call that? The menu ball or something like that. And basically the Kindle controls here, left and right, to go forward and backward, are the same. You have a swipe down on the left side to expose your notifications, and on the right side will give you, or another swipe down will give you your quick settings. Yeah, I don't really want to go too deep into anything too much because I'm really not familiar with with the device all that much. I know this. What do they call this? This quick navigation ball or something. Navigation ball, I think that's it. With a double tap there, you're gonna wind up back on the home screen. I went ahead and threw a couple of books on there this morning, and the planner. I set up the pinch to zoom in, what's this app called, Neo or something like that. I don't know, whatever the default PDF reader is. That was kind of getting to the pinch to zoom settings here in this application was kind of a pain in the butt, because I thought that would be a system-wide setting, but it's not. You had to first open up PDF and then go into the settings of the app. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Maybe somebody else would have a question like that. Nope, that wasn't it. So you have to go into this kind of a sidebar thing, and then we're gonna, nope, wrong again. Hit the three menus, nope. How did we get there? These three dots. At some point, I was able to get a settings menu for this application, which, if I'm not mistaken, is called Neo. Neo browser, I guess that would be it. So if you go into the, no, that's also not it. So yeah, you can see that I'm not familiar enough to even be able to show off anything. Ah, wait, here it is. Yeah, I think this is my library, and I'm looking for this hamburger menu with the lines up here. I think. No, those are my library settings, but somehow, some way, you can get into your PDF application, the default PDF application viewer settings, and that's just, here's the hamburger, the three line menu is here. There it is. So, and then I'm going to go into settings, and then under settings, I think somebody described it as general settings, but I couldn't really follow along that well. I think I found it under other settings and enable pinch to zoom. So that's the I didn't really find that so intuitive, because I thought pinch to zoom for PDF would be system-wide setting, and what do I know? A little bit to my background, I've been an Android user since day one, since 2010, and I would call myself a power user. I'm a software developer, so I have an Android tablet. I've always used Android phones, and I know my way in and out of Android, no problem. The skin that's on top of here for Android 11 is interesting, but it's a learning curve. So yeah, if we go back here, I'll go ahead and turn this off. I didn't set up any fingerprint scanner, fingerprint recognition or anything like that, but I mentioned this morning that the fingerprint scanner is up top here. This is actually a power button as well. So I guess with a long press there, you can actually get a power menu going. Yeah, we have the model number and all this jazz. The back seems to be different. The sides, I mean, this morning when I unpacked it, it was still ice cold from being inside the mail truck overnight, and now that it's been inside my apartment for several hours, I'm noticing that the back feels a little bit more plasticky, which I like. I was hoping for a plastic device and not so much glass. While the edges, the frame is definitely a beautifully milled aluminum. I mean, of course, there's no burrs or anything like that, and whatever we read, the 5.8 millimeter thickness is just wonderful, and it feels light in the hand. Writing and latency are I don't have a frame of reference, so I can't compare it to anything except my Huawei. I have a Huawei Media Pad Lite, I think, something or other, a 10-inch tablet, and that's what I watch Netflix on, and I'll sometimes, you know, Spotify. I'll throw some music at my stereo, that kind of thing. But typically that's just a media thing. I do have the stylus for it. The what do they call it? The M Pen Lite, I think. It's not the Pro. Neither my tablet nor the pen, the Huawei pen, are the Pro version. But writing on glass is just not my thing. I never really liked it for taking notes. It's really responsive and beautiful, but it's just the texture. It lacks something. Writing on this device is a little bit cooler, much cooler, I should say, than on the Huawei. And if I get to it this weekend, I'll try to give a comparison. I do also have another pen. I ordered an S Pen a couple weeks ago next to this, just because I'm missing on this Boox pen. I would like to have a button or an eraser. I mean, to me that's a big fail from Boox, but then again, you know, they ensure that we have to buy some additional products. So if you're willing to fork out the $100 or whatever they want for the Pro Pen Plus Ultimate Mega Super Duper whatever it's called, then jump, you know, go for it. But $100 for me seemed a little bit ridiculous. I got to use S Pen for the Tab Lite. I think the Tab S3 Lite. So it's a few years old, the S Pen, but it still has the 4096 pressure sensitivity level that this one and all the new ones have anyway. And I think I picked it up for $10 or something. So yeah, the Super Mega Turbo Ultimate Pen Awesomeness, or whatever it's called, I would say that's a little bit overkill. Probably don't need that. You know, there's a good pen out there. There are reviews everywhere for the good pens out there. There's one from HP that I think weighs like 25 or 30 grams. Is something crazy, and because you have to stick a 4A battery in it, so I wasn't really down with all that. I thought about the Staedtler pen, but I wasn't really sure about the triangle grip, because I really prefer like a round pen. I'll say this one, the feel of it in my hand is really nice. I'm not into pen flipping or spinning or whatever that was called about 20 years ago, this fad, but I tend to fidget with my pen, so I can say that this is weighted very nicely, and it's weighted essentially like I expect a pen to be weighted. I'm probably going to carry around the S Pen as well. The nib on the S Pen was a little bit softer than this one. This has a nice hard nib, and I actually like that a little bit better than what I have for the S Pen. So yeah, sorry about the terrible video this morning. I hope this one's a little bit better, and yeah, there it is. If you guys have any questions, hit me up, leave a comment, and I'll be sure and try to answer those as best I can. Again, it's a learning curve. I'm doing my best here, guys, but I hope you enjoy it. Take it easy. Peace.